it later on won't be a problem at all. What really surprised me is that this machine also comes with a riser card, which means we can connect a dedicated GPU. Of course, it'll probably be best suited for smaller single-fan graphics cards, but that's still a huge plus, especially compared to Dell SFF systems, which are way more limited. That's what made me realize this thing actually has real potential, and honestly, that's why I didn't hesitate to buy it. As for the power supply, it's rated at 248 watts, and unfortunately, there's no SSD included, just a DVD drive. But before we do anything else, the first thing we need to check is whether this PC even works. The seller clearly listed it as for parts or not working. So now, let's see just how lucky I got. On the very first boot, the fan started spinning, but I immediately heard some strange beep codes, and there was still no display output at all. After doing a bit of research, I found out that 4 beeps usually means there's a RAM issue, so I decided to take the RAM out and gently clean the contacts, then plug it back in. And the result was still no display. At this point, I was honestly getting pretty nervous because I had no idea what the actual problem was. So I decided to try a different RAM stick. And this time, it worked. The system finally posted and showed an image. Looks like the original RAM stick was completely dead. Now I'm going to hook up a hard drive and boot into Windows, just to check exactly what CPU is inside this machine. I jumped straight into CPU-Z to check the specs. And that's when reality hit me hard. This thing isn't an i5, not even close. Inside, we've got a Celeron G1820, a very basic chip. Just 2 cores, 2 threads, with the clock speed locked at 2.7 GHz. No boost, no tricks. In benchmarks, it scores about 555 points in multi-core and only 284 in single-core. Now, when it comes to YouTube playback at 480p, the CPU actually does a decent job. The video plays smoothly and CPU usage stays around 20 to 30%. At 720p, it's still watchable, but the CPU is basically screaming, sitting close to 100% usage. And the moment I switch to 1080p, you can already feel it struggling. Frames start dropping after just 3 to 4 seconds. But let's be honest, we're not here to watch YouTube. So now, the real question is, how playable is Minecraft on a CPU like this? Let's find out. The moment I loaded into the game, I could already tell the CPU was fighting for its life. The FPS was stuck in the single digits at first. After a short while, it climbed up to around 20 FPS as I started walking through the forest. I tried to keep playing, but the frame drops were happening pretty often. So, yeah, it was clear I had to make some compromises. I dropped the render distance down to 8 chunks, just to save this experience. And honestly, the CPU immediately felt a lot more comfortable. FPS jumped up to around 30, which is playable. Not great, but playable. Still, it's not